guys, it's Amy at Zoe back, and I'm gonna do my starting of my week 4 reading vlog for Amazing Readathon. That is put on by Bri at 4 Paws and a Book. This has been so fantastic. I'll have her linked down below, as well as the fantasy team captains. I have just had so much fun. I've never done a competitive readathon before, and it's kind of fun, a little stressful on certain things, but really overall I've had a lot of fun. And yep, there goes Cooper. Anyway, so we're in the last week. We have about 8 days left, so I think this vlog is going to cover kind of that time period. So it is Sunday the 23rd. I think it's about 10:40. I've only been home about 40 minutes. I got everything settled and laundry is going, because again, it always is when I make when I make an update here. Anyway, so I'm about to settle in here and watch some booktube and just kind of chill for the afternoon. I'm going to get my laundry done and then do the dishes, and then that's pretty much it, except that Cooper is being a brat and walking all over my stuff. Anyway, so yeah, so let's just talk about really quick how reading wise. So when I ended my week 3, I was reading some sightseeing books because I was already I had done the city prompt earlier for the city prompt number 7. So but an hour after I finished the video and uploaded it, then another prompt dropped. So anyway, so the 8th city prompt dropped. It's to Bangkok, and we're supposed to read a book with 5 different colors on the cover. So what books I had with me didn't work, but that's fine. So I waited till I got home today to pick what I'm going to read. So fantasy did finally come in first for a leg, so that's pretty cool. That's usually I'm just glad when we're not the bottom. So we did pretty good this time around. Again, I did as many points possible, so I did pretty good on helping that way, but that's just because I've now saved up everything to do that. Anyway, so what am I gonna say? So I have decided. So again, I was reading 2 sightseeing books, and one of them I've decided to soft DNF. So this is a book that I will come back to, but right now is not the time. So I'm going to DNF Homeland by R.A. Salvatore, which is book 1 in the Dark Elf trilogy, or the first book in the Legends of Drizzt series. So again, I just think it's because I'm reading too much other fantasy right now that my brain is just going, I don't want to do this right now. I think it's written fine. It's definitely a 90s book. Don't get me wrong. Like, it's that kind of fantasy, but I read so much of that kind of stuff back in the day. So it's not like it's bad. It's just that I feel like I need, right now, I'm just not feeling it. So, I only made it 27 pages in, and I just don't care enough. So we're going to wait. I think I'm going to still try to find my own copy of this and try in a couple months to try to read it again. I just think I'm not ready to start this series. So I am going to DNF that right now. As I said, it's not a permanent DNF. It's definitely a soft DNF. Right now, I just don't have I'm not feeling it. And I'm not going to force anything right now when I'm in the middle of this readathon. And also, I'm dragging on picking it up. So anyway, so the other book I'm listening to on audio that I listened to in my car, I started it on Saturday because I had to take a couple of days off from listening to audio last week because I just burned myself out because I listened so much for a couple of days. And again, I could at work because it was so quiet. There was like nobody there. And then Thursday and Friday, I just could not pick up an audiobook to save my life because I was like, I just can't. I just listen too much, and I have so many books out on Libby. But I'm listening to one of my ones that I own, and that is In the Lives of Puppets by T.J. Klune. So this is the one I haven't got to yet of his. This one is kind of apocalyptic kind of thing. So I'm really curious on how I'm gonna get along with this in the end. But I'm at 150 pages in. Something just happened that made me kind of tear up on the drive home from my parents. So as I said, I'm almost a third, I think, through this. So I am enjoying it. It's definitely not a favorite yet, like as I feel like a House in the Cerulean Sea or Wolf Song, but I am enjoying it. So we're following Victor, who is human, and he lives with some robots in the forest, and he goes to this junkyard and salvages things, and he finds another robot one day, and he and his robot friends put it together, and then things go wrong. So far I'm really enjoying it. It's not gone the way I thought it would, really, and so I'm enjoying it. I do love his writing, and his characters just make me laugh. So anyway, so this one's a sightseeing book for the 500 point prompt, 5 words in the title. In the Lives of Puppets is 5. So I'm hoping to get this done. I don't think I'll get it done tomorrow, or it might be Tuesday before I finish this. So we'll see if I make it before the next prompt. But this is my audiobook for now, and I mean, hopefully tomorrow I'll get some of it listened to at work. But it's quite a bit still left of the audio. I think it's like 6 hours left at the speed that I go at. And that's a little too much for one day. So I'm guessing it's going to go into Tuesday. So that's fun. But it's going well, and I'm enjoying it so far. As I said, I got home this morning. My parents fed me, which was nice. So I'm full from waffles this morning. And I have my coffee, because again, of course I have a coffee area. So I'm now home. The cats are here. There's Cooper. Did I get his butt? No, that's his face. There you go. And then Truman's up in his on the tree, lounging. Anyway, so we are gonna just sit here as my laundry's going and try to start my next city prompt book. So I did look at my shelves, and this is the first one, the one I thought of first, because I had it sitting here hoping I would get to it this week, because this is one of those books I pre-ordered that I didn't know, and like I didn't know a lot about it, but I just pre-ordered it because it just sounded cool. And it's probably one I should have waited and bought later once I heard other people talk about it. But I still haven't heard anybody talk about it. So I'm going to read it. And that is A Letter to the Luminous Deep by Sylvie Catherell. So I think that this is at least a duology, because it has it listed as a series in Goodreads. And I think I heard that it was a duology, but we'll see. Anyway, so this one is following two people who, I guess they both live solitary lives, but they have some discovery together. So they're writing back and forth. And then a sea quake happens, and those two people disappear, and mysteriously. And then each of them have a sibling who wants to find them. So then it's the siblings looking for the couple that have disappeared. We don't know what happened to them. So this sounds just so fascinating. It is epistolary. So it's all like letters. So, of some sort. So it kind of is, or entries. I don't know. We'll have to look. I'm pretty sure it's like letters. So anyway, I've been wanting to read this since I got it in April. And as I said, I'm trying to read the books that I pre-order better, like within the year that I get them. And my percentage is never very good. This year, I'm really trying, because I pre-ordered way too many things. So the goal today is I know it's early, but I know I'm going to probably take a nap today because I'm tired from, the last couple nights. I didn't sleep really well because of the heat, and then last night was not my bed, so that also didn't help. So I'm hoping to get, this is a 350 page book, so I'm hoping to get close to 200 before I go to bed tonight. So I'm hoping that's a good goal. We'll see. I don't know if there's any sprints going on today. I haven't checked yet. I've just only been home a little bit, so but I'm probably gonna, if there are sprints, I will probably join, just to get some of it done. So I might come back and update in a few hours to say how I'm getting along with it. So I'm really excited to try this one. as I said, I need to read more books that I am buying, because I buy a lot of books, and I have read a lot this month, and I am really proud of that, except that I've bought books to like compensate for how many I've read off my shelf. It's an endless cycle for me. I need to find a better method of doing stuff. But anyway, that's my beginning. Sorry, this is long, but that's kind of the wrap up or where I'm at right now to start off week 4. So I'm really excited to continue with the readathon and see what happens. As I said, so I am going to start A Letter to the Luminous Dead. Okay, guys, so it is still Sunday. It is 6 o'clock, like a minute or two after 6, and I have finally reached 100 pages in this book, and it's not the book's fault at all. I just have been lazy, and kitties keep interrupting me, just like this. Anyway, really enjoying this. It's definitely a slower read than I thought it would be. I do like that the letters are usually short, so it moves along really fast that way. But there's just so much in those letters and information that I am taking it slow. Like, I'm not just flying through the pages. I really want to know what happens, but I'm also trying to pick out the details. Cooper is not helping me here. Sorry. So again, mostly we're following the siblings who are left behind. We don't get really what happened. There's mysteries involved in what happened to their siblings that disappeared after, and I think that they're presumed dead, but I'm not sure we know for sure, at least from the way it's written. So we have Sophie, and he goes by V. I don't know what his full name is anymore. It's like a weird fictional name. Anyway, and they're compiling letters that each sent to their siblings sent to each other, and other people's accounts of certain things. And so it's kind of, they're building a case of what happened the year before this thing happened at Sophie's home, the Deep House. And it's very interesting how it's built. So it's like a mystery because they're building all these parts to it. But we see relationships, people getting to know other people, and the information that we can get from them. And I think I'm really enjoying it. So for sure, I mean, I'm really enjoying this. So I'm going to continue, of course. I took a couple naps. I was really tired because, again, I didn't sleep well the last few nights because of the heat. And then last night sleeping in a bed that's not my own. And then I've been watching some booktube. I didn't really get much done with sprints earlier, but there's none now. So I'm just kind of like listening to AMSR. A lot of Lord of the Rings right now, different ones that I've switched to. But I'm hoping still I know I have 4 hours now before I go to bed. So I don't know if I'm going to make it to page 200, but I'm going to make a good start. If I can at least get to 175, so I'll be halfway through the book, that'll be fine with me as well. I just don't read very much on Sundays usually. I don't know what that is about Sundays. Maybe it's just because I'm waiting. I know that I have to go to work, and so I kind of lollygag, do nothing around the house except for my chores, and then not much else. But I'm going to try to get, as I said, I want to get at least to 175 if I can. And if I can get to 200, that would be ideal, but I'm not going to force it. I'm not going to stay up to do that. I'm not going to do anything like that. Yeah, so, as I said, well, I'm hoping to, as I said, if I can get halfway, then I can read the other half tomorrow. That'll be my focus. And by tomorrow night, I should be able to finish that, but we'll see how it goes. Because I'm really interested, like, I'm really invested in the characters. There's a lot of going on that I'm like these undercurrents, which is kind of funny. It's all about water. And I should mention, again, this talks a lot about the deep, and the culture is really interesting because it's on this, I mean, I'm thinking it's a different planet, and, their past is that they were somewhere else, but now they're attached to the oceans. And so it's all discovery in the last 1,000 years since something traumatic happened to the culture. And everything's based around the ocean. And one of them is like a research person who goes under to the deep, and another sails on the seas, and then others are scholars who go to these certain universities and to learn things and stuff. So it's just, there's a lot of stuff here. I'm not maybe explaining this very well, but I'm really enjoying it. Again, I had no idea really what I was getting into, except for that it was epistolary. And I do enjoy the format for this story. It makes sense for what's going on. I'm curious if the second book would be the same, so we'll see when I get to the end. If it feels like it's going to go more into that. It just depends on where this book ends. Again, I still have 250 pages, so there's a lot to do. But I like the way that things are building, and then things that are hinted at that we're not, I don't know how to take that, what that mystery means, or how that's going to involve something later. So really, I just wanted to give an update today that I made it 100 pages in, and I'm really enjoying the book. I'm glad I picked this one up. I wish he wouldn't. He's rubbing my hair, but he was kind of biting at it just a second ago. Anyway, but I'm really enjoying the book, even though again, I took a chance on buying this. Again, it's a debut author. It's not anything I know anybody else has read that I follow, that I've seen. I haven't seen anybody read it. Maybe they have and I missed it. But I'm really enjoying it. So I'm going to continue on here in a little bit. And as I said, I'm gonna strive for the 175 to 200 pages mark before bed. But if I don't get that far, I don't get that far, because again, I still like want to take another nap. But again, it's just me. Anyway, on a Sunday. Anyway, so I will check in. If I don't check in tonight to where I'm at, then I will check in the morning. Oh, yes, I have to go to work tomorrow. Ugh. Hey guys, so it is Monday morning. I don't want to be here. Anyway, so I just got to work. I have a few minutes before it's almost time for me to go in. Anyway, so last night I got to 205 pages of a letter to the luminous deep, and I'm really enjoying it. It's definitely something just happened that is another one of those mysterious events that you're like, what happened? What really happened? And how is it all connected? And I think it's really interesting, again, the use of the letters and the people and other, pieces of information are to build what had happened in the past. And it's really an interesting book. I'm really enjoying it. Anyway, so today I have to work. I am still listening to In the Lives of Puppets, which I was just doing on the way to work. So, but my focus is going to be on A Letter to the Luminous Deep, because I'm really afraid that the next prompt is going to drop soon, because I'm thinking still it's going to be tomorrow. But I don't know. Like, again, it's one of those things where we're getting close to the end of the month and there's at least 2 more city prompts to do. But she hasn't thrown in a detour yet. So I'm guessing it'll be that the detour will happen sometime today, and then tomorrow the prompt will drop. But, again, she's sped up sometimes when it happens. Anyway, so again, I have to work, so I'm not going to get, what's left of that book. I think I just have 145 pages left. So, I don't expect to get that done at work. But if I can get as close to 50 pages as possible on my breaks, I don't know if I can do that. This book reads pretty fast, as I said, but I'm really paying attention to the details. So I'm not breezing through it either. So we'll see. I mean, whatever I don't get done, then I'll do, when I get home tonight, I'll have to focus to get it done. So we'll see how that goes. Anyway, now I have to go to work. I don't want to. But today looks like it's just a normal, like it's just gonna be a normal day, so not too hot, and we'll see if it's busy. I guess I'll have to go in and check my emails. Well, I guess most people won't start emailing me until after 8, but we'll see what happens, but I need to make it through the day. So anyway, I will check back in later. Hey guys, so it is Monday afternoon. It is, evening. It's almost 6 o'clock. I'm about 5 or 10 minutes before 6. I just had to sit in here and do some bill paying and some other things that I kind of put off. That was for an appointment I have later this week for the dermatologist, you know, the whole pre-check-in stuff, because I haven't been there since before COVID due to the fact they canceled my appointment during COVID and then I never went back. Anyway, so I need to go because I have very sensitive skin and someone needs to look at it. Anyway, so, and I had to, you know, pay a few things and just get some stuff done. So I did that today. Anyway, so update real quick is I am at just over 200 pages into In the Lives of Puppets by TJ Klune. So I just made 50 pages today in the car. I didn't listen to anything at work. I just didn't have time with work. I didn't read as much as I was hoping either. So, but I wasn't planning to read this today anyway. So, but I'm really still enjoying it. It just took a turn that now I understand where the compt of Pinocchio comes in. I mean, there was something before that, like some little things, but what just happened made me remember the movie, and I was like, oh, interesting. I mean, totally different, but I see the connection now. Really still enjoying that. I just really like his books, and I'm really enjoying that. So that audiobook is really good. So I am still reading A Letter to the Luminous Deep, and I'm hoping to finish this tonight since I only have, looks like about 70 pages. So I'm hoping to, I got a little bit read at work today on my breaks, and I'm feeling pretty good about what I got done. So I hope to, as I said, finish this off tonight and then start something else so that maybe I'll have, maybe one of my other sightseeing prompts will, because this one I'm just not unless I focus on this tomorrow and try to get that done. I don't know. I have a feeling the prompt is going to drop tomorrow for the 9th city prompt, because we got the detour this morning, which I do need to take that picture. We're supposed to take a picture of our longest book on our TBR, and I have The Man Without Qualities or something like that. Like the title's like that. I think it's a German book, and it's like 1,700 pages in 2 books, but it's one complete story. I don't know if I'll ever read that, but I got it at a library book still years ago, so I need to take that picture. But anyway, so my goal is tonight is to finish this one, and then I think I might pick up a shorter book that I can go for a prompt, even maybe a manga, something for sightseeing, because I haven't got anything done this yet. And yes, Cooper is upset I've been here in the office, so he's not happy. So I'm gonna go sit on the couch and read that after I take my picture of the book and post that and get that done. But yeah, so I'm gonna pick something short. we have 2 more prompts that'll drop that I have to read to, and then everything else is just what I want. I am ready to take over my own reading again, but I'm having fun, and we're close to the end. I mean, at 7 days, this is, well, the 7th day, so 6 full days more to go, and I think I can handle it. I'm having a lot of fun, and but not something I can sustain for much longer. So anyway, so that is my goal for tonight, is to finish, which this is getting really good. Where I stopped was like a big reveal of something that happened, and now we're getting kind of like, there's certain things that are happening in different places and different people, and the way things are kind of, the layers from the very beginning are just kind of, things are starting to pop in. So I'm really curious to see how this ends and how the next book will go. I'm still kind of confused how that'll happen. So I don't know if we're going to get a lot of resolution in this book, since I know it's a series. I know at least there's one more book. But we'll see. And as I said, if I get through that last, did I say 70, 80 pages, and then I will, be done with this one, because I'm really enjoying this, and I'm so glad I picked it up. Because again, I did this is pretty much this is almost a cover buy, but not quite, because again, I do look at what the books are about. It's just nobody else has read it that I've seen, and I am so glad I picked this up, because this is so much fun. This is so reminds me of books like, well, maybe not to the same extent as, I mean, just like different, but it makes me think like Gideon the Ninth and the Locked Tomb series, as well as I just lost the name. To Like the Lightning and that kind of stuff. Like there's like all these things, and also kind of what was the other book I was thinking of that I really enjoyed? Plain Bad Heroines. Like, there's just so many layers, and then so many things. And again, it works really well with this one because it's epistolary. So anyway, I'm really hoping that it sticks the landing for the first part of this, and for this book, and then I will continue on if it is good. But so far, it is a very fun book. I'm really enjoying it, and I'm so glad I picked it up for this prompt, and I got to it quicker than I thought I would, considering how I am with when I buy books and when I actually read them when they come into my house. So anyway, I'm gonna go sit on the couch because Cooper is here just looking at me with sad little eyes, and I will check in later when I finish the book. Okay, guys, so I did finish A Letter to the Luminous Deep by Sylvie Catherall, something like that. I really enjoyed this. Actually, I was very surprised by this book because, again, it has a lot of things that I really enjoy in some fantasy books where, again, there's more going on than we know at first. And I like the mystery element of it, of these people trying to figure out what happened to their loved ones. But then we also get to know them because, again, we're reading their correspondence, and then we're reading the siblings who are left behind, their correspondence to each other and to other parts of their lives that come to have, some of it has an effect on what had happened, or there's an effect to it. It was so well put together that I'm really excited that this was a debut novel. So I really enjoyed this one, like, actually a lot. Like, it's not quite 5 stars because it wasn't, like, emotionally, like, I was invested, but I wasn't, like, there's no crying at any point, even at some point. But I think by then I knew what was going on, which, again, it's, like, we're going along with the characters. So I really enjoyed this. If you don't mind having time reading a book where slowly the plot kind of unfolds before you, but it adds all these extra little twists that are not like super shocking twists, just like twists and turns to the mystery. Like, the mystery keeps growing. Like, you think it's one thing and then it kind of grows to something else, and these people have to come to terms with it not being what they thought in the beginning. And I really, really enjoyed that. In the end, to what is going to happen in the next book, I'm actually really excited to see how that's going to play out. But I'm glad I know kind of the direction. I'm not sure if it'll be I don't think it'll be another I can't say the word right now. Epistolary. I can't say that today. Novel. I don't think that one will be in letters. I just can't see how it could be. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm hoping it's only going to be a duology, but I'm not positive. As I said, I thought I read that somewhere, and now I can't. I don't know where I saw that. But I just know that this is the first book in the Sunken Archive. So I'm hoping. I mean, I know there's at least going to be one more book, and I really enjoyed it. So that was a good book. I'm glad I took a chance on it and got it. And then I've read it, like, not too long after I bought it, because it came out in April was when it came out. So, it was about 8:30. And so after I kind of fooled around a little bit, I decided to pick up for Sightseeing another of the XX Holic volumes, volume 9. I use this for a 400 sightseeing prompt for two or more authors, because Clamp is a team of authors and illustrators that all work together. I still want to know what happened to them because I used to read so much of them. I haven't looked into that. Anyway, point is, this is book 9. There's like 19 volumes, so I still have quite a bit to go. But I read a lot of them on Face-Off weekend, so it was really good to continue. I do still want to reread the rest of these. I read these all when as they came out. Like, this was a series I was actively reading as each volume came out. So I guess this one came out in 2006. So that tells you how old these are. But I just really enjoyed coming back to these and remembering, the story. Because, again, it builds towards its climax. And I really enjoy these. Because they're fantasy about a young man who And boy, you know, he's in high school, and he finds this shop that can grant wishes, and he works there to pay for his wish to make it where spirits won't bother him, because he can see spirits and other otherworldly things, and he is kind of caught up in a bigger master plan. And Yoko, who is his boss, who is kind of eccentric in her way, she is really instrumental and stuff. And then he has his friends and stuff from school. I just really enjoy this series. Anyway, I'm enjoying that. So I got those two done. So at least I got one sightseeing done. I'm still think she's gonna drop a prompt like in the morning, because there's only so many more days left and we have 2 more prompts. So maybe it'll be later today, or later, sometime on Tuesday, I think. I think it'll be Tuesday evening, but that's just my call. I don't know if that's gonna happen. Anyway, so I'm still working on In the Lives of Puppets, so I will listen to that. I don't know if I'll listen to it much at work. It'll depend on how the work day is going. But I think I'm going to start Mountains Made of Glass by Scarlett St. Clair. I've not read anything from her, and I have this book, and I also have The King of Battle and Blood, which is a vampire fantasy romance. But this one is a fairy tale retelling, and it looks like Gisla's village is cursed, and she decides that when the well runs dry, she decides to kill the toad that's been living at the bottom of it. But he was also cursed, and he was an elven prince, and his brothers come, and she has to pay the price for what she did. So it sounds like it's a Beauty and the Beast retelling, but a lot of other fantasy kind of elements mixed in. I just love this cover. I mean, it's really pretty. Anyway, so I'm using this for the 5 vowels on the cover. So there's A, and then there's E and I, and then OU. So anyway, I'm going to use that as for that. So this one isn't super long, so I don't know if I'm going to make it before the next one, but it looks about 220. So I'm not going to get anything read tonight because I'm about to go to bed. But I'm going to take this tomorrow, and if I get into it and I don't want to read it, then I will pick something else. I can listen to the audiobook of In the Lives of Puppets too. So, but this I think is going to be my next physical. We'll see. But I want to try it because it's been on I've had it since last year when I bought it on a whim when I went to Pal's one day. So anyway, so I think I'm going to go to that with my thing. So we'll have to see what happens when the next prompt drops. But I think that's what I'm going to read for now. So that is my update. And it was a good reading day. I really enjoyed A Letter to the Luminous Dead. It definitely is, as I said, it's one of those books that I'll be thinking about and wishing I had the next book, because the mysteries, like we learn certain things which are really cool. Like it's a really cool layered answer. We don't get everything, and there's more to come, and I'm curious to see how format wise it's going to happen because of how this book was put together. I'm not sure how it's going to follow up, if it is going to be able to keep the same kind of feeling to it that all the letters and the messages and notes and things all kind of went together. Anyway, I don't know, but I love that kind of stuff. So it was really a really cool book. Anyway, I really enjoyed that. Anyway, so I will check in tomorrow, probably tomorrow night, unless a prompt drops, and then I will let you know. But other than that, I'm looking forward to continuing on. Hey guys, okay, so again, it's still, what is it, Tuesday? Tuesday night. So it's about 7:30. So I have not read very much. I took a little break because my brain was fried. I've only read about 15 pages in Bride. So it's still too early for me to know what's going on with that. But I do want to show you the books that I just got, just because I'm having fun. I did get Filthy Rich Fae by Geneva Lee, which is the next series following Filthy Rich Vampires, which I need to get back to. I have them all, but I haven't read the second book on. But I do need to get back to that. I'm hoping if I don't get to it this month, it just now hasn't come up with a prompt I'd be able to use it for. So July, I'll try to get back to this. But this one had really pretty sprayed edges. So I kind of let myself buy that one. I pre-ordered that one. I pre-ordered an author that I've heard of before that I wanted to try. And this one, I think is a... I thought that this was like a urban fantasy with Beauty and the Beast kind of overtones. But maybe it's a romantasy and I'm just not sure. So she is married off to the son of a competing family, but there's assassination attempt, and I'm not sure. I think it's the first book in a series. But information is power. I think they have their information families, you know, that are together. I don't remember anymore. They talk about billionaires and ruthless people, and then he's called the Beast. So another. I picked it up. That was a whim. That was one of my pre-orders that I'm not sure I should have done because I just took a chance on it. Anyway, but I'll try to read to that at some point soon. And then Finding Mr. Right by Kelly Armstrong. I'm trying this, even though I love Kelly Armstrong and definitely different series that I've read of hers between the women of the other world. And I've read some of her other books over the years. I need to get back to her and get back to that series and then try some of her other series. But this one is her kind of rom-com one where an author, I think she uses a male pen name for her book. And then she gets a deal, but now she has to go on tour. So she has to get some guy to pretend to be the writer, I think. And she somehow gets this guy to help her out. I'm not sure how it goes, but it sounds fun and cute. And I'm willing to, it was her. I wanted to try to see how I liked her. Kind of rom-com-y, kind of contemporary romance. So we'll see how that goes. Because again, most of the stuff that I've read from her has either been mystery ish, but with kind of some speculative elements or like completely urban fantasy. So I do want to kind of read that. So I did want to just show real quick. I did buy a journal last year from Archer and Olive, and it took until just now. I just got it. I was wondering when I was going to get this. I actually thought it was supposed to come out like April or May because I think I ordered it in December. But I got one of the square ones I wanted to try with the coffee and books. So this is going to be my book journal next year. I'm going to try this size. We'll see what happens. But I already bought it and paid for it in December and it just showed up. So, and they didn't send me any shipping information or anything. It just showed up on my doorstep. Because I was wondering what happened to it. Because I was like, man, I feel like that was supposed to come out in May. Anyway, it showed up today. So at least it's still 5 months before I really need it. But, yeah, not one of my best purchases either. That was from last year, though. So I can blame last year Amy for that one. So, anyway, I have one more pre-order that was supposed to show up today, but it's going to show up tomorrow. So I'll show you that tomorrow. And I had another pre-order that, you know, the independent bookstore that I ordered it from hasn't called me today. Usually they call me on the day of and say, hey, your book's here. And I didn't get a call today. So we'll see if I get that book. If they didn't order it or something went wrong, then hey, I don't have to buy it right now. I can put it off to another month and buy that another, because that again was another just try it. It was a new author, and but the two books are, I think it's a duology, and they're both coming out this year. So I thought, I'll get the first book and try to see if I like it. And they haven't called me yet, so I don't know what happened with that. So we'll see. If I don't get a call in a couple of days, then I'll just assume my pre-order didn't go through and I won't worry about it. And I'll just buy it next month sometime if I want to. Again, we'll see what happens. Anyway, that's just a quick update. Well, not a quick update. That's my kind of haul on a Tuesday night. I got a lot of stuff that seemed to show up. As I said, but one book is coming tomorrow. Which, again, too many pre-orders this month. Hey, guys. So, the cats are all with me, but because I just finished my book. So, okay, so today it is Wednesday. I had to think about that for a second. So, I was super surprised we didn't get a prompt drop last night. As I said, I started Bride by Allie Hazelwood, and I got about 57 pages in. And I am enjoying that a little bit more now that I'm a little deeper into it. So we will see how that goes. That will be my current physical read. So this morning I checked again, no prompt drop. And I was so surprised because there's only so many, there's like 6 days left before the end of the month, and we have 2 prompts that need to drop. So I was kind of like going, they got to drop sometime today. So it did drop at like 8:10. So I was already at work. So I had listened to a little bit of In the Lives of Puppets on the way to work. So I'm only at 272. So I think I got about 25 pages on the way to work. So I did make some progress there. But I was like at work, and then the prompt dropped, and it's for Auckland, the city prompt, and it is to have water on the cover. Well, there is no water on this cover. And there is no water on this cover. So I was like, well, what am I going to do? And so I looked at my audiobooks that I had from Libby, first off. And there was one that had water on it. Now, it's kind of hard to tell, but it is on here because you can see it. There's water on The Queen of Blood by Sarah Beth Durst. So it's like a waterfall here. And then there's water down here, because this is the water goes underneath this tree bridge thing. Anyway, roots. So I had this, and I had asked for it from Libby. I mean, I've had this book for a while, and this is on the list of books I wanted to read last year, or series to start, because I have this book and one other by this author, and I've never read anything from her, but I really like all the premises that she has in her books. And this one is also a host favorite, so I marked it, or I asked Libby for it, and I got it, I think last week. I think it came through. So, but I hadn't had a chance because none of the prompts worked for it. And I was like, well, it's kind of low on my priority list because of all the books I was reading. And I don't regret any of the books that I chose instead of it. But today I had to pick something with water on the cover, and I couldn't think of any other books that I had. I mean, I'm sure there are some, but I couldn't think of them that I had access to right then. Sorry, my laundry is running. So I picked this one because I said I would start it and see how it goes. So this one, I'm not sure if this is her debut. I know it's like one of no, I guess it's not, but it was one of her, was the first one I knew about that she had written. And so this is, I think it's listed, it looks like it's listed as adult fantasy, but it's very much a coming of age and a younger protagonist in the beginning who grows up. And so it's a coming of age fantasy story. So we are following, how do you say her name? Delina. And she is something bad happens when she's younger, and then she decides on a path that she is going to try to become an heir to the queen. The queen takes care of the country by there are spirits that like water, fire, earth, air, ice, and wind, I think is the other one. I can't remember. There's like 6 of them, and there's like 6 different kinds of spirits or things that happen, and the queen is supposed to protect everybody from it, but something is happening that's breaking that down, and so she, again, her life goal is to become an heir, to become maybe the next queen if something happens to the current queen. And so there's a lot of stuff in here. There's a lot of a couple of characters that we follow. We get a couple of POVs every once in a while from some of the characters, but mostly we're following how did I just say her name? Darina and Ven, who is a champion, who he is the one who chooses who will be an heir, or who he puts forth as an heir for the crown. And so he has his own issues and stuff. And so, okay, I did read this all in one day. I listened to the audiobook all through work because again, I got about, I think 10-15% of the way in it, and then I'm like, I don't know if I want to read this. And I was like, no, let's try to read a little bit more. I wanted to get at least to a couple, it's 388 pages. So I think the audiobook was like 13 hours, but I listened to it faster than that. And actually I sped up the audiobook after a while because I was like, okay, this just needs to get done. I come to the end of this liking the way things happened and what we learned, and I can see going into the second book. I mean, I don't know if the second book, how it follows this one. I'll have to look into that. I'm just not sure I want to continue this series. I think it was fine. To me, as I said, it has fantasy and a lot of spirit, creatures, and it's kind of, coming of age, kind of quest-ish kind of thing. But I don't know, there's just something about it that kind of held me back from really, really enjoying it. There's just something missing, and I'm not sure what it is. But I didn't hate it. I just wasn't sure I wanted to read it. And then when I got halfway through, I was like, okay, well, I'm kind of enjoying this. I do like it a little bit more. I really want it to be done. And then, as I said, I just I listened to it a little bit faster so that I could get done. Which actually the audiobook sped up really well on this one. I didn't have any problems that way. There are a couple of questions still in here that I'm curious about what happened to certain people or what's the next thing. Oh my gosh, my cat is going for paper. Stop it! Cooper! He's like eating paper from my notes that I have for Amazing Readathon that's sitting here. They attacked him for some reason. Anyway, so this is a book that I can see why people like it, and I am interested to maybe continue on, but it's not going to be a priority continue. It's just going to be if I feel like it one day. I don't know how I feel about this one. Again, it was good, but it wasn't great to me. I just didn't feel a lot. Like it was okay. And I think I pushed today to listen to it so much because I was afraid that if I stopped, I would not continue. Like if I had waited, like I did think about, it was about mid-afternoon and I had like, I think 2.5 or 3 hours left. And I was like, I could just stop right now and finish this tomorrow. There's no rush because this is only the first day after the prompt is dropped. So there'll be at least another day. But then I thought, I might never pick it up again. So anyway, so this was not a win for me, but it's a book off my TBR. I do think I might listen to the second one. I don't think I will purchase the second one. I would get it through my library if I could get it. We'll see. I'm just not, I do want to try this author's other books. I have The Bone Maker on my shelf, so I do want to try that. And I also pre-ordered The Spell Shop, but that's more cozy fantasy, and The Bone Maker is another fantasy. I would say that these are not epic, but maybe high fantasy, but I don't know. This is very much nature fantasy, I guess, in a way. But more coming of age. To me, it was even though I think this is considered, that is probably listed under adult, that it was one where young adults could easily read this and have no issue. There was nothing like too hard to understand about it. I'm not saying that's bad. Like I'm just saying it wasn't complex, and that's not why I didn't get along with it. I think it was just really, maybe because I don't think I understood that she was going to go to, a magical school kind of thing, or go to learn stuff to be an heir. And, I don't know. There was just something about the coming of age part of it that just didn't ring for me. And it didn't, I do like the characters. I didn't have any problem that way. I don't know. Wasn't my favorite. Anyway, so that is that. I did finish that. So my prompt for Auckland is done. I've done that. So now I can continue back to the books I was reading. Again, Bride and In the Lives of Puppets. So I will continue Bride tonight to continue physically reading that. I don't know how much I'm going to read of that because I did just listen to an audiobook all day. Like it's now just about 6 o'clock. I just finished it, and I started that book at, 8:15, 8:30, I think it was about 8. I listened to it a lot at work, and it was just, I had to do other things. It was just like, but I listened to a lot of it. And, even though I did bump the speed up, I just want to be done, and I'm glad I'm done. I'm still kind of not sure if it's a series I will continue. It's an if, I don't know. So, anyway, so I'm going to continue my other books and try to get those sightseeing prompts done before the next prompt drops. I'm guessing the next prompt will drop Friday night at the latest. Friday, I think. But it seems like there's only 2 days. I don't know. I'm not sure. I guess actually it's only 5 days today. It was 5 days to the end, and she has 2 I don't know when she's going to drop it, but I'm safe now because I got my book done, even though it was kind of hard on me. My other pre-order came in. So I got a novel love story by Ashley Poston. So this book just arrived. This is really bright blue. Anyway, I'm looking forward to this one. Another one of her romances that has kind of a speculative element. This one is a woman. I think she arrives somehow in her favorite book to this small town, and things happen. Anyway, I still need to read the 7-Year Slip, so I need to read that first. But now I have this one too. So that is it for now. I am going to read Bride if I feel like it. Again, I have a couple hours, so I might take a break and just watch some BookTube as my laundry is going, and just kind of chill out with the cats, and not let them chew on any more paper. And I think that's kind of it for now. But yeah, I didn't plan. I didn't know because the prompt dropped while I was at work, and I was like, I don't know what to do. But I had that audiobook, and again, it was one of those things where I'm like, if I don't finish it today, I might not finish it. I had a feeling that if I stopped reading it, I would stop reading it. So anyway, at least I got it done. Anyway, that's it. I will check in probably hopefully tomorrow. I'm hoping to finish In the Lives of Puppets. Well, I still have like 3.5 hours of that. So I might finish that tomorrow, maybe. Bride, probably not. Probably Bride will be not till Friday, but we'll see. And I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow for my dermatologist, so that'll kind of throw my afternoon kind of in a tizzy, so we'll see how it goes. Anyway, I will check in with you guys tomorrow. Hey guys, so it is Thursday afternoon, so it was a weird day. I had a lot to do today, which was good. I did listen to some audiobooks, but then I started a second one, and then I'm like, I don't know if I feel like it anymore. And then I had my dermatology appointment, which went well. Nothing is major. I just have to watch one mole, but everything else is pretty normal for my age and my history and stuff like that. So really it went pretty well. Nothing disastrous. Anyway, I just took time out of my day, and anyway, that's kind of how it goes. So, okay. So I did, as I said, I have read a little bit. I did finish In the Lives of Puppets by T.J. Klune. I'm really glad I finally got to this. This one just took me way too long to get to it. I think it's because it's kind of a slow start, and then it just kind of makes it, gains momentum, and then it goes in directions I didn't expect. I thought this one was like some of his other ones where there's some themes in here that he focuses on, and some sad things, and some things just normal in life kind of thing, but also putting it in this context of all these robots and this young man. Overall, I really enjoyed this. It was just fun. It's not to me, it wasn't as good as some of his other ones that I've read, but I still really enjoyed it enough that I'm glad I did buy my extra copy of that. But I got that off my TBR because I waited way too long to read. Did that come out last year? I don't know. I've had it for, a copy of it for a while. So that one I used for a 500 point for 5 words in the title. So that is done. So I really enjoyed that audiobook as well. Okay. So I did start 10,000 Stitches by Olivia Atwater. And right now I'm finding Olivia Atwater and I are like, no, I don't always like everything that she writes, which is sad because I love Half a Soul. I just adore that book. Like, I want to reread it right now. And I did not like her award-winning book from SPFBO. And I can't think of the name of it right now. Small Miracles. Anyway, I never could finish it. Like I would just lose. I tried twice or 3 times, and I just got partway through, and then I just didn't want to continue. This one I'm about 42 pages in, and it's also a slow start. Things are starting to happen now. We're in the Regency era, and we're following Effie, who is a maid for, I don't know if she's a duchess. I don't know. I don't remember now. I can't remember her title of the lady or whatever that she is in the house of. And she meets Benedict, I think one of the relatives. And again, there's a class problem, kind of thing. And so she's trying not to fall in love with him, but, she likes him at least. Let's put it that way. And then Faye Lord shows up. Lord Blackthorn, I think it is. And I think we had a glimpse of him in Half a Soul. And anyway, he comes and he's trying to make a bargain with her. And she's like, I don't want to bargain, blah, blah, blah. And then, but things start going wrong because she is entwined with him because she gave him her name before she knew he was an elf lord. Anyway, so, or a Fey Lord. Oh my gosh, I've gotten all my things mixed up in my head. Are these Fey? These are Fey. These are Fey. Sorry. Fey Lord. Anyway, so so I don't know about this one yet. I'm not far enough to really say. I'm only, I think, like 15% in, maybe not even that much, probably more like not very far. I'm like a little over, yeah, because it's only 250 pages. So I mean, I'm partway in anyway, but I don't know. I'm in the teens somewhere. So I don't know about this one. I think I will try to get another day. I don't know if tomorrow is going to be that day, but we will see. I just got to the point where I'd listened to too much because I listened all day to Queen of Blood. But then this morning I listened to In the Lives of Puppets to finish that while I was doing a lot of computer work. And then I tried to read this before I went to my appointment. And then as I said, I got in the car and I was like, I don't want to listen to that in the car right now. And I didn't listen to it on the way home either, even though I had to stop by the library. But anyway, I don't know how I feel about this one. Well, we'll see. But again, I just adore Half a Soul, but I've not clicked with anything yet. I still have Long Shadow, which is the third book in this series that I own. So I will try that one too. But I do think I'll come back to this tomorrow, maybe just today. Maybe I was just not in the mood for it. So again, it's Regency and it's kind of cozy fantasy. But there's stakes in here and it's like, it feels real like Regency times for that maid. Like I feel bad for her. But anyway, I just don't know if I'm in the mood for that. Anyway, so I am now about 170 pages into Bride by Ali Hazelwood. Last night I read to about 140. And then when I was waiting at my appointment to be let in, I got to about 600. I guess I'm only at 166. Anyway, so I read, about 20 some pages because I was there early. Because I wasn't quite sure when my appointment was with when they wanted me to get there early, even though I checked in online. Didn't seem to make a difference. But anyway, I'm really enjoying this because I didn't really know where this would go with this arranged marriage and forced proximity and, a wolf and a vampire who are mortal enemies kind of thing in this world. So it is very interesting. I really like Misery, who is our main character. And I'm getting to like Lo. And my problem is that it is first person POV just from Misery's point of view. So I really want Lo's point of view, but we do get little hints of what he's thinking at the beginning of the chapters. So it is a kind of different take on that, but I still wish it was more. I'm definitely fallen into that hole. When it's going to be a romance in some point, it's going to be, I like it when it's dual POV, but anyway, I am enjoying this. I'm really curious to see where this goes and how this all plays out. So as I said, I'm not halfway yet. I'm almost halfway. So I'm hoping tonight to get over that and maybe a little bit beyond. I mean, I would love to say I'm going to get to page 300. So I only have 100 pages tomorrow, but I'm not going to say that's going to happen. So I have no idea how this readathon is going to play out here at the end. We haven't got the detour yet for this leg. And it kind of surprises me we didn't get it today if we're going to get another prompt tomorrow. So I don't know how that's going to go. So we'll see. As I said, there's a 10th prompt, but I thought we'd have another detour. Maybe she's going to skip the detour. I don't know. I'm a little concerned about having one more book to read that I have to. I mean, I'm going to get these 2 books done. Well, I'm for sure going to get Bride done. That's definitely one I'm going to do. So anyway, I'm going to, that's what's going to be tonight, is to read more of this, and we'll see. If something happens, I will come back. If not, I will check in tomorrow and hopefully make some progress on some of my books, and we'll see what happens. I have pizza coming out of the oven. Hey guys, so it is Friday night. It's 5:15. So I've just been home for about 20 minutes. And I watched the last prompt dropped while I was leaving work. So I didn't get to see it until I got home, because it hadn't dropped while I was still at work. It was like the last few seconds before I left work that the announcement in our Teams thing said that we didn't win and we didn't lose last time. So anyway, doesn't matter. I mean, I'm lucky I got anything done, clearly. So I just spent a few minutes here trying to figure out what I'm going to read, because I only have until Sunday, and I don't even know exactly if it's Sunday 9 p.m. because it's Eastern at midnight or what. I'm hoping it's the whole month. I mean, I'm going to go with that, because that gives me about 53 hours? Well, a little bit less now, but close enough. Anyway, so I do want to just make a quick mention. I don't know what that was all about. Last night I did get to 245. So I only have 155 pages left of this, but I have to put it down, dang it. So I'm not sure I'm even going to get this done before the end of the month. Well, if I get to do it, hopefully Sunday I'll get to read this. We'll see what happens, but it depends on what I read next, of course. But I'm really enjoying this. It's starting to get really good in learning about stuff between the two, the weres and the shapeshifter, the werewolves and the vampires and their history, and then people that she's exposed to now that she has to live with the werewolves and the things that's going on. And of course the sexual tension's getting good. I really have enjoyed it so far. It's fun. I'm having a fun time. Anyway, so unfortunately, again, I still have 155 pages left, but I can't finish that right now. Today at work, so I didn't read anything at all during work today, except that I did listen to some audiobooks. So what happened is that I had to go to a retirement party, today at a different location, and so I had to drive one of the company trucks to another location, and then she drove us the rest of the way there. And then after we had the lunch, which was really nice to see my coworker off, then we came back to the other location that she's from, the one who drove me down went to. She dropped me off, and then I got in the car in the truck and had to drive back to work. So I got back just before, so with all that, I left her a little bit before 9. I got back her a little bit before 3. So pretty much it was a long day of driving. So it was a good lunch. And again, I was glad we got to do that because, again, our department's pretty small, but we email each other all the time. So it was just nice to see her off because she was a good one. Anyway, so I'm wishing her well because she's gonna do some traveling. It makes me want to go somewhere. Anyway, so today I listened to an audiobook. Now, I don't know what I'm going to do about 10,000 Stitches yet. I might come back to this. I might let the audiobook go and then revisit this at a different time. I just think I just don't want to listen to it. And again, I can physically read it too. We'll see. But I'm going to put this aside for now. I still have it on my currently reading, but I might move it to my on hold file. But I did pick up a reread. So yeah, this is Alpha Night by Nalini Singh, and I don't remember what number anymore. Is it 19? I think it's 19. Close to that. 18, 19 in the Side Changeling series. Yeah, I just picked a reread. I think my brain just has finally melted from all the books that are new books to me, and I was starting to like, I need a reread. I need a reread. And this morning when I was about to get into the car, I was like, I cannot listen to that audiobook for 10,000 Stitches. Not again, not a bad. It's just I didn't want to listen to that story. And I'm sure it gets better. It's just it's the beginning. Anyway, point is that I just didn't feel like it. So I picked up a reread. Just it was on my phone already from when I read it a couple months ago. I reread it a couple months ago. So I'm rereading it again 2 times this year. I don't care. I love these characters. I love this one with the wolves and the arrows. I just love this series. I've talked about this multiple times on this on here, but I don't even know if this counts for any of the prompts, but I just need it for me. So this probably will not get done before the end of the month. This is probably not going to do anything with the readathon, but I just needed a reread because I'm a big rereader, and to go that long without, I only reread one short, or one, I think, novella. No, or I don't even know if, oh no, I read some manga. That was what I did my rereading. I was like, when did I reread? I know I reread some stuff. It was almost all manga, I think. Anyway, I had to do something, and my brain just didn't want to start anything new, so I just reread a favorite. So anyway, I did get about 127 pages before I got home. So between all the driving and then my commute home, that got me. So, that's it. So again, I think for the Amazing Readathon, I'm just going to focus on prompt 10, which the city prompt is to Los Angeles, is where we're ending. And the prompt is to pick a book that you think would make a great adaptation. So something that does not have an adaptation or is not in the works to be an adaptation of some sort, movie or TV or whatever. But when you would think by the premise and reviews that you would want to see adapted. So this was hard for me because some of the books I thought about, I'm like, I think there's deals on those. And then there's other ones where I'm like, I don't feel like that. Some of them are just too long. I mean, we have like 2 days. And so I need to get something super kind of short. And I know that because tomorrow I have a family thing, is my great aunt's memorial, so or celebration of life, is the afternoon. So I'm pretty much going to lose hours for that. I mean, that's just how it is. It's life, and I have to deal with that. So I'm not going to have all of tomorrow to read, and then Sunday I don't have anything. So I should be able to hopefully make good progress and things. But tomorrow I just don't know how much I'll read because of the family thing in the middle of in the afternoon. I mean, I will have the morning to do stuff in the evening, but the afternoon is going to be pretty much out of my hands, which is fine. I mean, again, I knew this was coming. It wasn't a surprise or anything. I mean, you know what I mean. Anyway, point is that I knew that a couple weeks ago that we were going to do this memorial on this day. So, so what was I saying? So anyway, so I had to come up with something that wasn't super long. But one I'm really been wanting to read, and I just haven't made the time to pick it up, and one that I really think would be a great TV movie, or I don't know if it'd make a great movie, but maybe a TV movie is what I was thinking. And that is Better Homes and Hauntings by Molly Harper. This is my horrible cheap copy I bought used online. If I like this, I will buy a better copy, but this was just to get me by. So this one is one where Nina is hired to kind of restore some gardens on this little island off of Rhode Island. And she goes with some other people to renovate the mansion there with this billionaire who is having trouble keeping people there because there's probably a haunting of some sort. And so she is going there, and she's more interested in, in him and the, but she's more into the gardens and things like that. So I think it's going to be funny. Most of Molly Harper's stuff is, and just to me, a haunted mansion trying to be restored. And and then she comes to help with the gardens. I just think it'd be fun. It just sounds fun, and it sounds like something I would enjoy. So this is a horrible copy. Anyway, but I'm going to read this. It's about 318 pages, so it's a fairly short book, I think. Well, no, a little bit more than that. What did I think it was? It was like 320 pages. 318. No, I was right. 318 pages. So I'm hoping to get a good chunk of it done tonight, and then tomorrow will be the deciding of how far I get tomorrow. Because if I can get this done tomorrow, then that means Sunday all I have to do is prioritize Bride. And then if I have any time left over, I can read some short things. I can read some manga that might go for some of the smaller prompts that, because I haven't done any of the 100 or 200 prompts because I've been so focused on trying to get the other ones. And so we'll see what happens. Anyway, yeah, so this is what I'm going to read. I'm really excited for it. I wish you guys could see it. It's really, it has got the mansion. I don't know what she's holding. I'm guessing it's some kind of, tooling for the the garden. Anyway, yeah, as I said, this is a horrible copy. Anyway, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start this, and then if anything happens tonight, I will come back, but I will probably check in with you tomorrow. I don't know if I'll check. I might do a quick check-in in the morning, or before I go to the memorial, and then, maybe later. I don't know. We'll see. This is going to be a really long video. I'm already over the 60-minute mark by this point. And, we still have, today, tomorrow, and Sunday. So it's going to be a long video. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Anyway, I'm going to go start this. Then I have leftovers. The pizza I had last night, I have leftovers for dinner. So I'm set. Anyway, I will check in with you guys later. Hey guys, so just a quick update just to start for Saturday. It's about 8, almost 9 o'clock. I just filmed my TBR, so I'll be uploading that for tomorrow. I did read a little bit of Alpha Night in the car on the audio. I only did another 15 or so pages when I went and got coffee. And now, last night I got to 92 pages in Better Homes and Hauntings. I'm really enjoying this. This is a fun ride. Again, they're all on the island trying to do their job, but there's some kind of spooky stuff going on. And some of the people there's a couple that has kind of a second chance, kind of not quite romance yet. They're still antagonistic to each other. It's pretty funny. And then there's the main character, Nina, who is attracted to Deacon, who owns the property. His cousin just showed up, so there's all this more drama and stuff. It's just fun. This is a very light, fun, haunted house kind of thing. So I'm curious to see how it goes. As I said, I'm 92. I almost made it to a third, but I got tired, and so I'm hoping this morning. I have this morning to read a little bit more. I'd like to get quite a bit into this, if at least halfway, if not over that. And then as I said, I won't be able to read again until later this evening, so we will see. So I will check back in later today, but I just wanted to say that I did make good progress last night. I am enjoying this one. I could totally see as a TV movie kind of thing. So I think that I picked the right book for that, because it does have elements of stuff I like with the haunted house stuff, because again, I do like those kind of books. So anyway, I'm going to continue with that, so I will check in with you later. Okay, I'm just making a quick update because I am 50 pages from the end. I'm just about to go get ready to go to the celebration of life. So I definitely will finish this tonight. That's great news. I'm really enjoying this. It kind of has a 2-for-1 love story in here, because there's 2 love stories going on. And then there's the mystery of the people who had lived in the house when it was built, and the scandal that happened, over 100 years before that, 100 years before the current time when this, these people are living. Anyway, it's really good. Again, it's a fun haunted house one, with some funny moments in it too. Anyway, so I'm really, really enjoying this. We'll see how it goes, because again, the ghosts are starting to get pretty active here now, which is always my favorite. Anyway, so I have 50 pages left, so we're closing in on the end. I only have a few more chapters. The chapters are good size. So, sorry, there's noise out back. Anyway, so I just want to make a quick note that that's going well. So I will come back later tonight when I finish this, when I'm home again, and then we'll see. Then I'll go back and start reading Bride, wrong book, Bride, and we'll try to get that done tomorrow. So anyway, just a quick update, and maybe I'll get some footage from the celebration life of the area. I don't know what the winery looks like, so we'll see. We'll see what I add. Okay, so it is later. I've been home for a while. It's 7:20. I'm just gonna go eat some dinner, because we had snacks and stuff at the celebration of life, which went really well. I didn't take any pictures. It was just and again, I saw a lot of relatives I hadn't seen in a while. And it was good. It was emotional in some ways. So but we made it through. Anyway, so I got home. We left there because it was 1 to 4. So we left there just a little bit after 4. So I got home at like 4, I would say 4:45 about at the end. So I've been kind of reading, watching booktube. I just was chilling out, but because I only had the 50 pages left. But I have finished Better Homes and Hauntings by Molly Harper. This is definitely one of those ones that has a haunted mansion thing, that they're trapped kind of on the island a lot, but mostly it's about these 5 people who kind of come together to solve the mystery of what happened to the couple back in 1900, and when one of them was killed and one was suspected, and there's another one who disappeared, and they're all trying to figure out what happened, and things that went wrong for the family. Kind of, so is there a curse or is there not? Is it imagined or is it not? Are ghosts really real or what? So this was, it's just fun. Molly Harper has a fun writing style, not as outrageous as like Shelley Lawrence. And I would say she's reminds me of Carolyn Sparks, that I'm reading the Love at Stake series. That it's kind of like that. So they're just fun. They're lighthearted paranormal romances. Again, this one had a ghost element. This is a standalone. So most of the stuff I've read from her has been in series. And there's another one. I have 2 of the first books in other series that I want to start from her. So this was kind of fun to have, just kind of standalone. I liked it. It was just fun. It was just a fun time. So this was my city prompt for a book that I think would be a good adaptation. I think this would be a fun TV movie, or like short, it would just be a standalone movie, like a little one, but not like when you'd stream. That's what I meant. Not like in the theaters or anything. I don't think it's that good. I just think it was fun. I think it was fun. It would be one I'd watch. So, anyway, so I will definitely be picking up more from her this year. I just haven't had a chance yet, but this battered copy is pretty pathetic. Anyway, so now I'm done with that. So now it is 7:23, as I said. So now I have about approximately 25 and a half hours before the readathon is over. So my next thing is to to sometime tomorrow. I have, as I said, I have 150 pages, 155 pages left of Bride. So this will be my primary, wanting to get that done. This will be the first thing I try to read. I'm going to read more tonight after I eat. And then tomorrow, this will be my focus for beginning part of the day. I have to go grocery shopping with my brother. And I think that's all I have to do. Well, then I have to do laundry and the dishes. So it's like a couple of chores I'm going to do. I'm going to do a major, summer cleaning on the 4th of July weekend, because I have so many days off. This weekend, I'm just doing what I have to do. Anyway, so I want to get this done tomorrow. I also have just under 3 hours left of Alpha Night. So I'm gonna maybe try to, so I'm about a little over half. Maybe I'm at half. A little under half, sorry. So I'm pretty close. So I'm hoping to get this done too for points. And then but this again is audio. I don't know, we'll see. And then again, I have a lot of short manga that I can try to throw in there. Sorry about that. We'll see. But I got to 156 on this. That'll be the, so tomorrow we'll see what happens. I'm not sure how I'm going to work that in. I might play Animal Crossing tomorrow to get that done. So, because I haven't played in a couple weeks, and I thought, maybe I'll feel like not starting over, just getting back into it where my island is right now. But we'll see. So anyway, that is my goal. I'm going to focus on this and on Alpha Night, and hopefully, round out the Readathon with a couple more books, even the ones I reread, but I'm having fun, and we'll see what else I can get done. As I said, if we're going for predictions here, I don't think fantasy is going to win. I think there's a lot of us, but I think our percentage is less of how many things we get done compared to some of the other groups that might be smaller than us. So I think that's why we don't win very often for each leg. But hey, you never know. In the end, our accumulative might be good enough to win. But I'm just having fun, as I said. And I will probably not want to do another one of these until next year, because this was fun. But I would do this readathon again. Anyway, why am I saying that now? I don't know. Anyway, I'll check in with you tomorrow. Hey guys, so it is now Sunday. It is just after 9:20. I just got back from grocery shopping, from putting everything away. I did the dishes, that's running. And then I was setting up here, and I've realized something happened to my video that I lost a clip. I'm not sure where I lost a clip. So if there's a glitch in here somewhere that you saw, I'm sorry. I don't know. I lost something. I lost about 4 minutes somewhere. I don't know. So I had to compile it, and it's like 4 minutes. I don't know what I lost. So if there's a glitch somewhere, that's probably what it was if you saw it. Anyway, this video is super long, so I'm not gonna figure it out. Sorry, there's just too much going on. Okay, so I have 111 left of Bride, so I am going to try to get that done. I might read part of this and then switch over to Alpha Night for the audiobook and play Animal Crossing. I'm not sure. We'll see how I feel. Right now I think I'm going to start with Bride, and if it gets really good and I can't put it down, then that's what I'll read first. So, again, my audiobook is this one, and I did listen to it a little bit this morning. I don't know how many extra pages I did. I just did a little bit before we left for grocery shopping. So anyway, we are, as I said, we are less than 24 hours from the end, so I'm going to try to read as much as I can. My brother's going to pick up lunch for us, so that'll be nice. So I don't have to leave the house again. I'm done. I just have to do laundry once the dishwasher's done, and or this afternoon after lunch. And then we're just going to read as much as we can. We'll see what happens. Hey guys, so now it's almost 1 o'clock. I just ate and I finished Bride by Ali Hazelwood. So I enjoyed this for paranormal romance. It was just a fun time. There was nothing too different about it. It was put together differently. Again, her world building is different from everybody else's kind of thing. I liked her characters. I think my only issue personally is because it's a paranormal romance, I wanted the 2 POVs, and we just get glimpses of Lo, but not as much as I wanted of the male lead. But other than that, it was good overall. It did take a couple of twists, like I didn't know for sure what was going on. I liked a lot of that stuff in the ending. Kind of leaves it open to another book, not with this couple, but with another one. So I'm kind of hoping she writes that. Anyway, because it was just fun. It was a fun time. So I'm glad I got that done. Again, I did that for the 400 points sightseeing prompt of over 100,000 ratings on ratings on Goodreads. So I got that done. So Yay. Anyway, so I have about 2.5 hours, a little less than 2.5 hours of, I think it was 2.5 of, Alpha Night. So I think I am going to play Animal Crossing for a little bit. I'm going to go get my laundry right now and then start that. And then I'm going to listen to that. And then I have a whole bunch of manga over there that's from the library. So I'm going to then, once I get this audiobook done, I'm going to look to see if any of that can go to prompts and read those. If not, I have a couple of novellas that I could maybe read that might fit something too. So I'm going to let myself start the laundry, play Animal Crossing, get this done, and then I will see what I have left. Because I think if I do, again, this is a little over 2 hours, so I'm guessing by maybe probably 3:30 or so, maybe 4 at the latest. It matters how distracted I get. This will be done. And then I'll still have like 5 hours. So, and again, I'm not doing anything, but I have leftover pizza still from when I had pizza. Anyway, I still have just a little bit more for tonight, at least, to get through. And then, as I said, we'll get to the end. Anyway, so that's kind of we'll see what happens. So right now I'm going to focus on my reread, to get this done. Again, I got a little over 2 hours. I think it's 2.5 hours. So I want to play Animal Crossing for a little while my laundry starts. So anyway, I will check back in later. Okay, guys, so we're nearing the end. It's just after 4 o'clock. I finished just about, say, 20-25 minutes ago. I finished Alpha Night by Nalini Singh. Again, I just adore this series. So yes, I reread part of this series earlier this year. I will probably be reading books past this one because the new book is coming out in July. So I'm sure I'm going to read the books that come between this one and that, which I think is 2 or 3. We'll see what happens, but I have them all on audio. So anyway, I just adored this. So anyway, I've already put that in. So then after doing the laundry and getting up and walking around a little bit, which I have been sitting way too much. After this month, I need to get exercising a little bit more. I am going to take on a stack of manga and graphic novels for the less than 5 hours now. So 4 hours and 50 minutes. I'm going to try to read as many of these as I can. I tried to find prompts. A lot of them are the lower are 300s. A couple of them are 2 of them are 400, and the rest are 300, and then a couple 100. And a couple 200s. So I have a stack of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 for sure that I would like to try to get through. So I'm going to try to blow through these. So I'm probably not going to update between each one because that's going to take time and I need to get through these. I am on sprints. I just joined and they're just about with Bree at 4 Paws in a Book. So I think she's going to go until everything's done. So again, that is less than 5 hours now. So I'm going to do as much as I can. I will have to break for dinner at some point. Not for a couple hours because I ate earlier quite a bit. So I don't need any food right now. So I'll probably eat around 7. But so we'll see how it goes. So I'm going to try to read all these short things. Not sure how it's going to go because really I don't read that many short things, but every once in a while I do. So anyway, I'm going to start on that now. So I will probably come back and update later. If something else happens, I'll let you know, but mostly it probably won't be until the end of the readathon. So, anyway, checking you later. Okay, guys, so the readathon is over. For me, it's just after 9 p.m. So I did get a few more things read tonight. So I think 4 things. I first read The Masterful Cat is Depressed Again Today by Hayuzi. I think so. Yamada. So this is I'm sure it's really cute. It has to do with this really big cat that does housework and the cooking and everything. Like, why don't my cats do that? Like, they didn't grow to be big animals that take care of the house while I'm at work. It was really cute. I thought this was a lot of fun. I'm hoping my library has more volumes of this. I don't know how long of a series it is, but it was cute. It was really a fast read. It wasn't too dense, and we didn't meet a whole lot of characters. We did meet her boss and his niece, so I'm kind of wondering if there's going to be more storyline with them in the next one, but we'll see. Anyway, I enjoyed that. And then I focused on some graphic novels. So the first two are technically rereads, but I read them like, I think probably like the first year or two that I've had my channel. So back in like 2017 or 18, I read these. And I bought a few volumes, but I never continued the ones that I had. So the first ones I read was Fable, Legends in Exile, which is volume 1. This was created by Bill Willingham, and there's a lot of other people on here, but I used this for, this one was used for non-human character because it's a big cat. Anyway, this one, I'm trying to think what this one was. Volume 1 was, Weapon on the cover. She's holding a sword. So that one I also got. So I reread this one. I didn't remember much of anything. So it's been so long. So anyway, that was fun. And then I read volume 2, Animal Farm. So this one I didn't like as well as the first one. But I did read this one before. I did like the way it ended, and it was I don't know, I didn't really care too much for it. This one was is it a 200-point prompt? Yeah, a 200-point prompt for a retelling, because these are all fairy tales. So they're all, so I guess I should explain it. So this one is a series where like Snow White and the Big Bad Wolf and Boy Blue and other I can't think of the name right now. Anyway, and Rose Red and Jack and the Beanstalk kind of thing. They're all their fairy tale lands were all taken over by the adversary, and so they went to New York City to hide from some destruction and things and stuff. And so now they're living their lives in our dimension, and things go wrong a lot of the time. Anyway, so this one was definitely about some rebels and things going on. I just didn't like it as well, but again, I did read that for a retelling because it had the 3 little pigs, and it had some other things in there, some other animals from like other stories and stuff. Anyway, that's why it's a retelling. Anyway, so and then I got over halfway. I'm closing in on the end. I have like 1.5 what do you call it? Sorry, issues. There's 5 in each one. So I did make it over halfway before 9 o'clock. So this one is a 400-point prompt was released in the year, it was released on the month, your birth month. And it was released on May 1st. So it counts. And I'm thinking the date on that is for this bind up when it came out in 2004. So I'm guessing it was May 1st. Anyway, point is, that's what it counts for that. So I'm going to finish that up just because I'm mostly through it before I go to bed. I did skip dinner because I ate so much at lunch that my brother brought. So I might just eat something a little bit. But that is the end of my amazing readathon. I know this vlog is super long. I should have maybe broken up the last week. I just didn't think I would need to, and then the minutes just kind of added up. So I think I'm going to do a kind of a wrap-up video for this over the holiday, our 4th of July holiday, because I have some time, and just kind of maybe just give a few little stats on how many books I read and how it went, because by then we'll know the results. But I still think it was such a fun time, and I really enjoyed it. But I am so ready to just read my books that I feel like reading, or I don't have to look for something to match something. I can just read what I want. So luckily that starts off with a buddy read on tomorrow, so that'll be good. Anyway, so that's it. So sorry this is so long. I should have probably broken it up. So if you don't watch it all the way to the end, oh well. Those who do, I really appreciate it. That's it for vlogging for me for a while. I did 2 months of it and now I'm done. So I'm going to take a break from filming like that. And I'll go back to my weekly reading updates on Sunday as much as I can. Right now, I'm just going to go grab something little for dinner since I'm pretty late. And then I have to go to work tomorrow, so I'll have to go to bed. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoy this. If you took part in the Amazing Readathon, let me know how you did. Did you get through all the prompts? Did you get through a lot of sightseeing prompts? Did you try to do like I did, like the last couple days, try to read as much as possible just to try to finish stuff up and get as many points as we can in the end? Because it sounds like it's a really close race. So we'll see what happens in the end. It's just for fun. As I said, this was just a fun ride. I didn't stress out about anything. It was just a fun time, but I need a break. Anyway, so I will see you guys later. Bye.